I'm just gonna vlog while we're driving. My last video showed that we hit over 100 subscribers. We then got our own custom tag for Weekend Wanderers Overlanding USA. Trying to hit a couple of those buzzwords, you know, those of you remember, bing! You know, let's get that going. Dealing with a lot of exhaustion. 1,400 miles on a motorcycle over the course of a couple days. My Garmin let me know that each of the Friday, Saturday that I was at More Expo, I did over 12,000 steps. I don't know what that equates to in miles, but I know that if anybody here has ever worn a ski boot or a riding boot, something that's not flexible on the sole, that definitely wears you out. It's like walking around with a board strapped to your foot. Motorcycle boots typically for safety have a steel plate in the bottom of them or a steel shank, and it was tender. It was tender. Had an absolute blast on the motorcycle. Don't think I've loved anything nearly as much as a brand new purchase in a long time. Eats up miles, comfortable to ride. Ridden it a couple of times in and out to the office. Might have ridden it to a couple of clients on a commercial day. So, been impressed with it. Just got all the new GoPro mounts for my helmet, so I will try to figure out how to do audio on that, but I imagine it's all going to end up being voiceover unless I'm stopped at a light, because it's going to end up in its waterproof case, because a $500 camera is not necessarily something I just want hanging out there to get wet. Not quite sure how I'm going to turn some of it. I don't know if I'm going to use it more as the motorcycle destinations or interlink it with some of the riding video. The GoPro 360 is going to make that fun. Again, I've got to learn how to set it up so that you can pan through the video using your remote or your touchscreen, so you guys can see everything that I see. I think that's going to be fun. I'm going to play with a lot of the different camera angles on that. Summer trips. I have my stickers for Cape Lookout. I have no idea when I'm going to get to go. I've got plenty of vacation time. Funding has taken a big hit the last month. There's been a lot of big things. Bought a new toy. Took a couple big trips. Had an absolute blast. Tried to share as much of that as I could. The next one's the Ohio Backroads Tour coming up. I might get this out just before then. Then we have Flagpole Knob in Virginia in, I believe, a month. So once that's done, figure out some plans for hitting Cape Lookout with some friends. Lots of AEP Jesse Owens trips this year, even if it's just a one-nighter to go down. I live within about an hour and a half of that, so it makes it really convenient to get down there. Just, I think, gonna stay a little closer to home for the most part this year. I'm gonna start hitting some more of the Trans-Ohio Trail. I'm also thinking that we're gonna start hitting up points of interest actually just as a meetup. Mothman, I think we could do a half a day down there for sure. Old Man's Cave, absolutely we could do a day down there. The problem is everybody else is gonna go down. AEP is a good one because we can hit certain areas. But I also wouldn't mind having a meet up at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've never been up there. Have a meet up in Columbus. There's been several new off-road shops open up. I was there for Salt Creek, I believe is what it is, their open house. And not only was I one of the few Fords there, I was the only van. Not a big surprise. Tons and tons of Jeeps. Pretty sure that is their focus, is Jeep life. I think there was a couple of Toyotas. I know there was a really nice Land Cruiser. Some ideas for video topics are gear review, obviously. I've got gear that I don't even think about anymore, that I use regularly. A lot of people haven't seen that it's cheap. Unfortunately, there's some gear that's not available anymore, like the bathroom pop-up toilet that I have is not available anymore. Pretty impressed with it. Let's just not go there. I got a new shower awning. I got the new OVS 270 awning and got those installed. The new shower pan, which nobody has seen yet. I've got all kinds of gear that I don't even think about. I mean, I'm set up where I'm definitely spoiled for choice, but I have things specifically for specific reasons, and I need to get some of that gear out, set it up and do it, and video it, even if it's just a quick, 5-10 minute video. So it takes longer to get set up than it does now.